Hi guys, welcome to Successful Marriage and Relationship. If it is your first time, you are welcome. Please press the subscribe button, the like button in order to get more videos, more materials, and give us a thumbs up if you like the video. Don't say you are not married, you are just young. So don't say I am still young, I don't need to know some certain things about marriage and relationship. It is important for you to have knowledge of marriage and relationship, so that when you get into marriage, when you are married or when you are in a relationship, you know the deeds and don'ts in marriage and relationship. Last time we talked about your purpose in marriage. Today we'll be talking about common errors in marriage and relationship. Common errors in marriage and relationship. The first common error that people make in relationship, make in life, is this falling in love. Falling in love. That is the first common error that people make. It has led so many people astray. It has led so many people in the ditch. It has led so many people into the pit. Falling in love at first sight. You see somebody, because they just see the person, they are attracted to the person, they just feel they falling in love automatically. They feel they falling in love. I just love the person. Love is not something that just happen like magic. Love is not something that happen like magic. You don't see somebody at first sight and fall in love. No. You don't see somebody at first sight and fall in love. There is difference between being in love and liking somebody and lusting after somebody. There is difference between love and liking somebody and lusting after somebody. Most times what people experience at first sight is lust, not love. You see somebody because the person is so beautiful, so straight to the core, and their makeup is so beautiful, so extraordinary. You are attracted. Your brain is conscious with the beauty of the sight, and you think you have this euphoria of happiness inside you, excess happiness inside you, excess consciousness and attraction inside you. You call it love. It is not love. Some people just look at a lady because the lady has a backside that is so large, and they've heard so many things about how people talk about beautiful backside, and they've had so many people talk about the backside, the boutique of a woman, the bobs of a woman, how big, how beautiful it is to have a woman that has a big backside. And coincidentally, they are in a coffee shop and they see a girl that has a big backside, probably a big bobs, and they just feel attracted. They say they are in love. That is no love. You don't fall in love at first sight. Some people, there is this attraction that comes to people. So many people say they are in love. So many people say they are in love. They have love at first sight when they see somebody that looks closely related. They see somebody that reminds them of their loved one. Probably somebody just passed by, a man just passed by that reminds them of their father, or that reminds them of their loved one whom they loved so much, or that remind them of their past romantic life, and they feel so attracted. This trigger inside of them now makes them feel they are in love with the person. There is nothing called love at first sight. It can be lost. Some people can just look at a girl because she wore a trouser that looks so beautiful. She wore a dress that fits her so much. She put on a hair that is so wonderful. Don't forget, love It's continuous programming. It is not something you get immediately. Love is continuous. It is a continuous accumulation of attraction. Continuous consistency is what brings love. There is nothing as love at first sight. It can be lost. The next one is complete understanding. The next error that people make in relationship and in marriage is assuming complete understanding. There is nothing as complete understanding. You can never understand your partner completely to 100%. You can never understand your partner completely to 100%. No. Don't forget that the both of you came from two different backgrounds. Don't forget that the way you were trained and the way your partner was trained can never be never the same. Don't forget that your type of friends, the friends you kept and the type of friends he kept were never the same. There's nothing as complete understanding. You can never understand your partner completely. It is a daily consistent thing. You keep doing things to fit in. Marriage is a school without graduation. Marriage is a school where nobody can get an A. You can get a C, but nobody gets an A. There is nothing as complete understanding. Say, my husband does not understand me. No, what you need to do is explain yourself. Or my wife does not understand. She doesn't understand at all. Take this from me. There is nothing as complete understanding. We have lived for many years. He ought to have understood me. He ought to have understood me completely. There is nothing as complete understanding. If she does not understand you at that moment, try to make her understand you. If he does not understand you at that moment, try to make him understand you. You learn each other every day. Don't forget that the same understanding that brought two of you together is not the same understanding that you still have in your 6 months in relationship. It is not the same understanding that you still have in your first year of marriage. You begin to observe some changes. It is not the same understanding you still have when you have your first child. It can never be the same understanding you have when you have your third child. It can never still be the same understanding you have when your children are 18. There is nothing as complete understanding. Number 3, comparing movies to reality. Comparing movies to reality. It is a common error that most people that have put so many marriages in the gutter. Comparing movies to reality. Don't forget that movie is just a mirage. Assuming what is not real. Assuming something to be real when it is not real. Those that play those movies, they are pretending that it is what it is so when it is not so. It is action. They act. Don't compare movies to reality. It can never be. The formula for my marriage and the formula for your marriage can never be the same. That's why we try to bring out different materials so that when you go through this one, it doesn't work with you, with your marriage, you go through another one. Consistently going through this success in marriage and relationship, you must find materials that will work for your own marriage. You will find materials that will work for your marriage. Marriage is a continuous learning. The formula that will work for my marriage will not work for your marriage. Don't compare movies to reality in your marriage. As it is from the beginning, so shall it always be. In some cases, it doesn't work that way. In some cases, it never works that way. Like, for instance, a girl used to put on a mini skirt when she was a girl, and now that mini skirt attracted the husband to her, and they got married. In most cases, that mini skirt, your husband may not longer appreciate that mini skirt if you keep wearing them outside. To an extent, your husband will no longer appreciate that mini skirt if you want to go outside and you still wear the mini skirt. You will say that is what attracted him to you. And when you are married, it may no longer attract him, only but in the bed. That's where it will attract him. Then such a thing can no longer attract your husband. When you have visitors and you wear mini skirt, you think you are doing it for your husband, but your husband is angry about it. In most cases, some men used to be good talkers. They talk. It was your words that attracted your wife. It was your words that attracted your wife. Probably the way you used to play, you played a lot, and that attracted your wife. And now you are married, try to understand if those things you did before that attracted her still make her happy now. In most cases, it will not. She wants you to be more mature and more dominating. She wants you to be more mature and more what? More dominating. Some people believe, as before, we used to, when we met, we used to go out always. We used to go to the party, go to the cinema always. In most cases, it may not always be so much inconsistency. Or those consistent going out, because that time he was trying to please you, to woo you. That time she was paying all those so much attention in order to make you happy. Now that the children are there, there are divided attentions. There are divided attentions. As it is from the beginning, so shall it always be. May not always be like that. Try to understand. Don't say your husband or your wife doesn't love you anymore because before he used to kiss you 1,000 times a day, and now he doesn't kiss you, he kissed you only 10 times, and you feel there is something wrong, he doesn't love you anymore, or probably she doesn't love you anymore. No. Understand what makes your marriage happy and what makes your man or your wife happy, and do it. If you understand what you used to do once or twice, thrice, doesn't make him happy, then change. Or doesn't make her happy, then change. The next one is phone and gadget addiction. Phone and gadget addiction. Before phones and all these PlayStation games on television, most of these things came up. Parents used to sit down together, talk. They will sit down. When they are talking, they are concentrating, talking to each other. They understand each other. But this time that we have phone, we have PlayStations, we can be talking. A husband can be sitting by the wife and she is talking to him, and he's looking Facebook, he's on Facebook, he's on Twitter, he's on Instagram, he's watching one video, and there is a divided attention. Most times when the wife said some certain things that are important, he didn't hear because his attention is on the movie he's watching, he's on the film he's watching with his phone. Men and women these days claim they don't understand themselves Because why? Phone have taken the room for understanding. The time where the husband is talking and the woman is supposed to understand, she's on WhatsApp, she's receiving one message or the other. The time the wife is talking and the man is to understand, the time the wife is talking and the man is to understand, he is on Facebook. Once you are at home, especially when you are in the bedroom, all phones should be far. There are messages that can wait. Messages can wait. Some boys can just sit down playing PlayStation. The father of 5 children will just sit down playing PlayStation. Not that they are playing it with their children, having fun. They are playing and they are so concentrating, playing PlayStation. They are taking care of a little child who is 6 months, and the child is crying because of the concentration on PlayStation. They will not have much attention on the child. What is most important in planet Earth is you and your wife. Most people are homeless today because why? Because they didn't manage their homes very well. Because they took so many things we are talking about now for granted. Most people are homeless today in America, in London, in Germany. Most people are frustrated today because why? They took things that are necessary, that are important for granted. They took things that are important for granted. They allowed some nonsense to take their time. Taking more time planning wedding than planning marriage. It is a common error. Most people take time to plan wedding than planning marriage. Most people taking time to planning wedding than planning marriage. Wedding is a celebration. Wedding is a celebration. You gather people. It's a celebration. Marriage is between you and your wife. You are in a relationship now. Those probably 800 people or 100 people that will come to your wedding are not there. The effort you put in to see the relationship work, those people are not there. They don't know about it. The pain, the quarrel you have in your marriage or in your relationship, those that attended your wedding, we are not there. They are not there to see it. Most times your parents that will tell you marry this person or marry this person, or give you counsels, during when you have challenges in your marriage, they will not be there. They will tell you it is your challenge. They have their challenge as parents. They've carried their cross. So you carry your cross. Take time to plan marriage than planning wedding. Take time to plan marriage. Read books. Go online and watch more successful marriages. Things that make marriage work. Be the first person to always see my video. It will help you. Be the first person to always see my video. Take time to plan your marriage than planning wedding. Some people spend billions in planning wedding. After 6 months, what happens to the wedding? It breaks up. Wedding is the gathering of people to see the both of you come together. While marriage is the consistent put together of heads and ideas to see that your relationship works, to see that you have a happy home. The next one is using sex as a barometer for love. Using sex as a barometer for love. Using sex as a barometer for love. That's why I advise people, our parents have advised us that when you are in a relationship, don't go for sex. When you are in a relationship, don't what? Don't go for sex. Let sex not be your ultimate. Sex does not prove to a man that he loves you. No. In most cases, when a man makes love to a girl, the love dies. That's why I told you from the beginning that some people may tell you at first sight they love you. Somebody meets you walking on the street, he said, I just fall in love with you. There is nothing like that. It's lost. Ask the person, do you like me? Are you falling in love with me because of my shoe, or because of my dress, or because of my makeup, or because of what? Or because of my stature, or because of the way I look, or because of my cream, or because of my perfume, or because of the way I talk? Why do you think you are falling in love with me? Girls are always attached to somebody that gives them sexual satisfaction. So don't use sex as a barometer for love. There are so many things that come together to make up love. Not sex. Sex is one of them, but it's not only sex that completes it all. Don't say because you made love to her and she was a virgin and you just love her. There are characters, there are things, there are behaviors that are contributed to make up love. Don't use sex as a measure for love. It is an error, because when you get into marriage fully, you will get used to it to an extent. By that time, your eyes will be open. By that time, you will understand the guy talks too rude. By that time, you will understand the girl doesn't know how to cook. By that time, you will understand she doesn't know how to clean. By that time, you will understand she doesn't know how to take care of herself. By that time, you will understand so many things that love, what you think is love at first sight, blinded your eyes. Subconsciousness of the brain blinded your eyes. Don't let your brain deceive you. Somebody will say, how will I know if he is good in bed and if he is this before I get married to him? Hear me. If you get married and your husband is not good in bed, there are women that are also not good in bed. There are women that are not only men. There are women that if he or she is not good, it is your both collective idea to make things work. It is the both of you that brings idea together, talk about it and see it work. And I will say this to the ladies. For you to get your sexual satisfaction, don't lie down there and keep your mouth shut and think your man knows what to do. Don't lie down there and expect your man to know what to do. Tell him what to do if you want to get your sexual satisfaction. There is a way you like it that gives you so much satisfaction. Tell him. Don't be ashamed. Once you are married, don't be ashamed. Once you are married, don't be ashamed. There is no shame there. Tell him, let's do it this way. I prefer it this way. I get more satisfaction this way. Another thing is age comparison. Age comparison. So many people are good in doing that. Age comparison. Probably your wife is 10 years younger than you, and when you look at her, most times you look at her like a child. You talk to her like you are the father. Okay, it can never be age comparison. You guys are together. Ideas should be brought. When she says some certain things that you think are below standard, yeah, make her at fourth time, make her see, okay, but let her explain better. Don't, in your relationship and in your marriage, let age be far. Let age be far. Don't compare your age with your wife or with your husband. You may be, as a woman, older than your husband, but once you are married, don't compare age. The Bible said in Ephesians chapter 5, wife, submit yourself to your husband. Husband, love your wife. Not husband, rule your wife. Okay? Wife, love your husband. Submit yourself. Respect your husband. For the fact that you are older than your husband does not take away that respect. If he demands that you put his food on the table, if it's how he wants it, if it's how he feels respect, then give it to him. If it's how he feels respect, give it to him. Once you are married, don't take ideas from outside. Look for what makes your marriage work, what makes your marriage happy, and do it consistently. Once you are married, the idea of other people that made their marriage work shouldn't be the idea you want to implement into your marriage to make it work. It may not work in most cases. Instead, it may destroy it. Another thing I will talk about is comparing your ex. Comparing your ex. Most people are good in doing that. Comparing your ex with your husband or your wife. Once you are in a relationship, you are in a relationship right now, focus on that relationship. Once you are married right now, focus on that marriage. What your ex used to do that used to make you happy and your man is not doing it. Don't compare your man with your ex. Don't compare your wife with your ex. If your ex was better, why did you leave her? If your ex was better, why did you leave him? Why did you not marry him? Okay? Stop comparing your ex. Most women and most men, most people don't like hearing about your ex. Most people don't like to hear about your ex. There are so many people that have this jealousy. Okay? So don't remember them about your ex. Don't compare them to your ex. If your ex was good, you shouldn't have left him or her. Your ex used to always take you out. Used to take you to ShopRite. That's why he's a player. He takes you to ShopRite because he's a player. He does all those things to get what he wants. Okay? You are married to this man that doesn't take you to ShopRite and doesn't take you always on shopping because why? He's planning the future. He's planning the marriage. Okay? Stop comparing your partner with your ex. Your ex is already ex. It's past. Don't bring it into your marriage. In most cases, if I should add, don't discuss your ex. Discuss about the present. Discuss about your man. Okay? Don't say your ex used to do this. Yeah, your ex this. Some people can just take a full-time discussion and begin to discuss about the sexual life between them and their ex. They begin to discuss about the sexual life. How sex was with their ex. And they'll be beginning to discuss. You are not mature. Stop discussing your ex in your relationship. Stop comparing your ex with your man or with your wife. Okay? Another thing is don't compare your children with other children. Train your children in the way you want them to go. Don't compare them with other children. Okay? These are common errors that people neglect, and it brings marriage and relationship into the gutter. Common errors that people neglect that brings marriage and relationship into the gutter. Please do like and share this video. Subscribe to this channel. Subscribe, do like and share. Be the first to always see our video. The best teacher of marriage and the relationship is the Holy Spirit. The best teacher of marriage and relationship is the Holy Spirit. without the Holy Spirit. Jesus said, I will send you another comforter who will teach you all things. So the best teacher, without the Holy Spirit, we may make mistakes. We may take formulas that are working for other people and think it will work for us. Okay, we may be good in so many ways in a marriage, and just one little thing will destroy the marriage. You will say, upon all my effort on the marriage, because you didn't understand the most important thing to do. So it is the help of the Holy Spirit that can help you to do the right thing and do it well. Okay, so please stay on this channel and always wait to get the next video.